All right, so we've got a pretty cool program so far, but let's take it a little bit farther. We need a villain, a bad guy. That, again, is like the dog that was cruising across the screen. I am going to use something I found on the internet, this Moff Gideon, which apparently is a bad guy from Baby Yoda and all. I didn't know his name, but anyway, I'm going to get this. I'm going to, oops, use the wrong one is what I'm going to do. I need to do the upload. And here, this one, I did the removing the background deal, and here he is. So I'm going to definitely make him smaller, and I could do this with the coding, but I'm going to do it here. I did 50. Now, this is how, this one will not be hard at all. So, first things first, going to, once again, this is that initialization, put that in. And at the beginning, I do not want it showing up, so I'm going to hide. Now, when do I want him showing up? I want him showing up when when one of those backdrops switches. So when backdrop switches to easy, or when backdrop switches to hard. So either one of them, I want him to show up. So that's where I'm going to need the show. You see, I'm just duplicating to make it quick there. And so now he will show up. Now, where he shows up kind of does matter. I don't want him showing up like on top of Yoda for either of these. So I'm going to have him show up kind of down here. And I'll do the go to. And both of them, it should be fine for this, just to start him there. And then I'm going to get him moving around. This is actually very easy to do. So I'm going to get that forever loop because I want him to continually move around. And all I'm going to do in here is I am going to have him glide to a random position. This is just an easy way to do something randomly like this. And it says 1 second. Honestly, I'm going to mess with that. I'm going to try 2 seconds. The smaller the number, the faster he's going to be cruising around. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit easier by him taking 2 seconds. And right there, you can see right now, I can see him move. Okay, and you can kind of get the idea of how fast he's going to move, things like that. So that seems about perfect for me. So let's see what we have, and then there's a few more little things we need to do. So right there, that'll be good. Oh, wait, we need to do something else there. Yoda, if Yoda touches him, we want him to go back to the beginning. So we need to put that in because right now it's not going to have any effect. So you've seen it before, and it's very similar to what we have there. So if, and then sensing, touching, and we're going to find, oh, I hope it's not a long name again. Horrible name once again. And once again, I'm going to change it to Moff. We'll just use that, Moff Gideon. Go back to Yoda. So if touching Moff, then we're going to go back to the exact same place it started, which was this right here. So I'm just going to move that so I can duplicate it, put it back, and then drag this down. Sometimes it's hard. You got to do a little scrolling action because we're getting kind of long there. And same deal there. So I'm going to duplicate. I like this duplicate stuff, you can see. So I like the right clicking. If touching him off, now I don't want him to go to this position. I want him to go to 206, 156. So duplicate. I'll leave it there. 206, 156. There we go. So now basically he will go back to the beginning of wherever that was for both of them. So that one will be good. Now, that's all we really want. I could do something with the scoreboard, but that gets tricky because I do want the score to become 3. In fact, here's the deal. Right now, it doesn't matter if the score is 3 or not. We need to add yet something else. So if we go back, check this out right here. In fact, I'm going to move it down. You don't have to move it down. You don't have to move it at all. But here we have this if touching Mandalorian. Okay, remember that? Same deal here. If touching oh boy, get away from there. If touching Mandalorian. that's basically what ends the game there. Now, right now, it doesn't matter how many points you have, it will work. So we're going to do a little extra stuff here. So we want more than just touching the Mandalorian. So here's the deal. In operators, we have this right here. It says and. So we want, if it's touching the Mandalorian, and our score has to equal 3. So there's an equals 1 right here. I'm going to put that equals 1 in there, and it says equals 50. We don't want that. We want 3. And the score, you can't just type in score. You have to go to variables, and you have to use this one right here. So there's score. So if it's touching Mandalorian and the score equals 3, I'm going to duplicate this because I need it for the hard one also. And that's what I'm going to put in there. So now there are 2 things that have to be true to make it so that you can actually complete the game. All right, so that should be good. Let's check it out so far. See how we're doing. I never did move that scoreboard. I could probably do that. I don't know, maybe down the bottom. I don't know. Not a big deal. Let's just get it going here. So, what's your name? Boom. Hello, Chris. And would I like to play? Yes. And great. Choose a level. Let's go with easy. All right, let's see. So this one, that works. What happens if I get hit by him? Oops, unfortunately I'm missing him. Oh, there we go. It goes back to there, but the score is still good. Oh, I can't test the whole idea of... Whoops, he got me again. So, you know what? I'm going to try a restart here. I'm going to try the hard. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. All right, let's try hard. And, okay, we've got Yoda there. This one is tricky. Whoa. Yeah, Yoda moves very fast with the little guy here, and sometimes it's hard to control, but, well, we're on a hard level. And don't do it. Okay. Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to pause real quick here. Okay, it took me a while to get here. Now I'm testing this, so see, it does not win there. I have to go back and get the egg, so I have a score of 3. Now I win. All right, so we just have a couple little things. One, I need these things disappearing in the win screen. So let's do that. Let's get back to this. Let's stop it. All right, so let's see, the scoreboard, I'm just going to move it up a little bit. It's not too bad anyway. Now, here's the deal. Right here is where we win. Switch backdrop to win. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do another, these things are huge, these broadcast. So we did the broadcast levels, and now we're going to use broadcast win. So I'm going to do a new message, and I'm going to call it win. And okay. Now, it's going to broadcast win on this one, and it's also going to broadcast win on the hard level. So either level, it's going to broadcast win. Now, that is a great way to get things to all disappear. So all I need to do here is, first of all, in Baby Yoda, I couldn't actually just do the hide right here in this. I don't have to use the broadcast, although I could. In fact, shoot, why not? Let's just use the broadcast. So, because it'll actually be a little bit easier. So, when I receive, remember, that's the other part of a broadcast. When I receive win, I want him to hide. So, I want Baby Yoda to hide, but not just Baby Yoda. Now watch how easy this is. I also want the Mandalorian to hide, so I'm dragging it in there. I also want this dude to hide, Moff Gideon, and I think that is it. That's all I need to hide. Okay, and just because I can, I am going to hide... not my variable, but hide score at this point. And but whenever you hide something, you have to make sure it shows at some point. Like, I believe things like this. I already have him showing here. So that's good. For Yoda, do I have him showing is going to be very important. At the beginning, I do have him showing. That's good. As far as the scoreboard, I do want the scoreboard showing, but not really until we choose a level. So I can say show, not my variable, but show score, and show score here. There are multiple places you could put that, but basically that way it'll show up and it won't be in a messed up place at the beginning there. So let's check it out now. You always want to do some test runs. So start it and boom and yes, and I don't know why that scoreboard's still there. Oh, it's because it hasn't hidden yet. So let's do the easy, and just because, well, it's easier, or it's supposed to be. Okay, we've got the score. I just want to make sure those things disappear, and really they should, if they work with the hard or the easy, it should also work with the hard. Ah! Killing me. Okay, let's do the whole pause thing again. Okay, and ready, set, I did get there. Woo! You found the Mandalorian. Now, all right, now, you could totally do more with this. You get a much better windscreen. You can have things moving, you could, whatever. But this is good. This is pretty darn good. We have a lot going on. Now, so at this point, it is done. But I would like you to add some sounds. So I guess it's not totally done. I'd like you to add some sounds, and not hard to add the sounds. If you already know how to, then do that. Things like when your character gets hit by another character, have some kind of a sound. Or when your character, and where would that go? So let me just show you for one of these things. So let's say when Yoda touches the egg, I want him to make a chomp sound. So I will have, so you have to find out where it's sensing that. And it's actually on the individual eggs in this case, right here, if touching baby Yoda. So this is where if Yoda's touching the egg, we get something. So let's grab a sound, and in the sounds, this one just has a pop, but you can find other ones. Choose a sound, and there should be, I believe, a chomp. That will work pretty well for this one, although you could use plenty of other ones if I know how to spell chomp. C-H-O-M-P, there it is, chomp. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, so I have the chomp. Now, I still need to code it, so all I need to do right here, if touching Baby Yoda, then I'm going to take the sound, and I'm going to say play sound chomp. I'm going to do it before the hide. Actually, I'm going to do the hide before that, sorry. It should be fine any way you do it. I probably should have done it after the hide, to be totally honest, but they're all stuck together and it'll work anyway. So I'll play that sound chomp. I'll also do it for the hard, so that'll be fine there too. Although that's where that darn thing went. I knew I had issues with that. Doesn't matter because it's not connected to anything. So play sound chomp. So that one's good. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other two eggs. I'm going to have to find the sound again because you need the sound. What you can do it where Baby Yoda touches other things like the Mandalorian, so you could put something in here. You could put it where he hits certain colors if you want. You just have to put him in all of these ones. So add some sounds. You can even do your own sounds, whatever. You're spicing things up now. Anything else would be awesome. But you should have a pretty good game now, and I hope you learned a lot in making this. Well done.